Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins now. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 22, check, over. 22.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 39, Taylor. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that deep.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badglin.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah,
and that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Check 55 to mine. 56. Check 37. Check 37. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert. There on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down, Minnesota.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Danielle Hunter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They were looking for Johnson that time. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Had 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Jim. Back. Look. Squeeze.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
50, plant. Here we go. General West. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, as time expires in the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
382, late 50. 61, matchbox light.
Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak.
He's got a man, complete, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 84 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Draw play. It's Eckler. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Badgley's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Cousins. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
52's the mark, boy. Hey, echo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on out here. Come get it.
They run it again with Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Now Cousins. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Well, they got the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Rock it. He's crashing.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3. You draw Corker.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now, movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, Team 6.
Cousins. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's good for 28 yards.
On the 6. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth